here now with Abhay Deol, a well-known actor, and Karthik Satyanarayan, who's the founder of Wildlife SOS. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Cyrus, come along, let's have a chat right out here in the middle of the stage.
Hello.
Namaste, sir. Cyrus Bhuja, actor.
That is Cyrus, as you know, and 20 hours now.
20 hours,
non-stop with Cyrus.
Hands off, hats off to you, seriously.
20 hours with Cyrus, thank you.
Yes.
Karthik, not every minute. I have gone to the toilet 3 times. So we've had some separation. He gets anxiety. Call, tell him.
You do Wildlife SOS, right? Is there any Vikram SOS which I can call? Cyrus overdose?
Of course, I think. Well, we build cages, right? So we could have one for him. So.
I'm already married. Why would I need a cage? Would you cage a caged man?
Okay, let's get serious. Abhay, I know that this is something which you really support a lot.
Yeah.
Why and what's the reason for this?
Well, he started Wildlife SOS in '95, and as we all know, there are species that are dying out, and now, as I've driven through Bombay, you have these posters saying 1,411 tigers left in the wild.
Actually, there's worse news than that. It's probably lower than that. It's probably closer to 1,200.
And they'll be gone. One day, our kids will never have the pleasure of they'll be in the zoo, perhaps, a few of them. But everything is connected. As he was telling me that they also, like, for example, turtles. They take turtles out of the rivers. Now, turtles are apparently the cleaners of rivers. So once you take them out, there's nobody there, the natural cleaning doesn't happen. The bears, did you say what?
The farmers of the forest.
They're like the farmers of the forest. I mean, everything, nature has a fine balance that is going on.
So if you call a farmer a bear, in a sense, you're not saying anything wrong.
No, I actually thought of something else, but I shouldn't say it on TV.
Okay, right now we're trying to talk about the bare necessities of what we have to do to survive. So
yeah, I mean, it's a fine balance that we are. I mean, it's great that the Greenathon is happening about lighting villages with sunlight. There's sun lamps, right? So it's again pollution and environment and us as a race. It's all connected. And
yeah, in fact, we at about 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, we saw that entire long film. Web of Life.
It's the only thing I remember from the Greenathon, so let's get it clear. Yeah, where everything is connected.
I'm surprised about 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning when we were seeing that film.
Remove one thing and everything falls down.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So the question is, people sitting here in the audience, people who are watching, what can they individually do to make a difference? Because that's really what I think the message of the Greenathon is. Stop worrying about what the government is doing and what so-and-so is doing. What can you yourself do to make a change? Yeah. What can somebody do?
Every single individual has the potential to make a huge difference. And in today's day and age, we've all become so intolerant. If a tree is shedding its leaves on somebody's car, they want to cut the tree off because it's a bother to clean. If they see a snake in their house or in their basement, they want to kill the snake.
If they see a dog, they pick the child up and scream and run. I mean, my dog is more scared of the child. I mean, they don't understand these things.
I think ignorance is a huge thing, and if everybody could just pay a little bit of attention to detail and learn about what we have, the human beings haven't inherited Earth. We inherited it or we borrowed it from the creatures that live around us. So, where we say we've got a flat, we've got an apartment, and we want to live here, we own this place, but it actually belongs to creatures which came from which have lived on from the dinosaur age, monitor lizards, crocodiles, and trees.
My neighbors, the Sharmas, a lot of people who go back a long way. Yeah, you're right.
I think he makes a good point. I mean, we've been on the earth for a second of its lifetime. So we think we may know the environment, we think we may know the weather and predict it, but it's actually, we've been here for such a short time, you really don't know what the earth is capable of, what nature is capable of. And if you upset that balance, as it is we're seeing now that the summers are hotter, the winters are cooler, and earthquakes are more common. Right. I mean, this is that upsetting of that balance. And so all of us have to, I think spreading awareness is one thing. Yeah. On my part, for example, Video Volunteers and Wildlife SOS are the 2 charities that I started to support. Because I think the 2 of them tied together, it kind of comes a full circle to spread awareness and, of course, donations from people,
Tuba.com